I am literally hitting the live scene directly at the time the battle starts. So greetings everyone, and welcome back to another World of Warships Legends episode with the Hive Hand. Today we are back with the Rookie Cup, and we're starting off with Yoink. We've got Mr. Popcorn Wirt's perspective right here. And we also have Base, and we have TTV Toxic's perspective here in the Iowa, which is nice. It's nice to get like a different side. We get to see the DD from one side and a battleship from the other. I hate it when you get the same perspectives. And tonight we are joined by a mystery guest.
It is I, Mr. Muffler.
The one and only Funny Muffler. So, for those of you who don't know him, remind me, Mr. Muffler, and I will make sure I pin the comment for your channel. Mr. Muffler streams on Twitch a lot. Some people say he's like my twin. We are identical in every way, except from the fact that he's tall, handsome, kind, and good at World of Warships. But apart from that, we're identical. How are you this evening, good sir? Whilst we watch this match.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Mr. Hive. And it's my first time watching these Fleet Cups, so it'll be interesting to see how a rookie like myself, to these Fleet Cups, sees how everything works. And I'm quite excited to see the caliber of players we're going to see as well.
You'll see a very mixed bag, which is what I really like about streaming the Rookie Cup. We've been predominantly streaming the later matches in like the Super Cups and Winter Cups. So to explain, because I know you don't really fuck with the competition side of stuff.
No,
there's.
That's correct.
Rookie Cup is an entirely new tournament. So for people who don't know, basically everyone knows the fleets exist, but some of these fleets are super competitive, and the Fleet Network set up a bunch of tournaments that run like throughout the year, and Rookie Cup is kind of special in a way where none of the top 10 teams are allowed to compete. If they progress past a certain point in the last cup, which was Winter Cup, they're not allowed to compete. So it kind of creates a bit of a different playing field where not everyone is super sweaty. I expect Yoink to be pretty sweaty, and in all fairness, base are really good as well. But this is more of a sort of a gentler introduction to the fleet network than one of the, not that this isn't a major tournament, but one of the lead tournaments, if you get me.
Yeah. Well, that's quite interesting. So it does give, you know, newer and like you said, novice and rookie teams a chance then to experience, you know, the tournament structure and the tournament, you know, atmosphere as well, without getting, you know, matched up against really, really high level, you know, as you would say, sweaty players.
Exactly. So, like, my fleet, we actually have two teams. We have Salty and Too Salty. So, Too Salty are in the Rookie Cup at the moment. I'm part of Too Salty. We played in the Winter Cup, but to be honest with you, we're a relatively new team, so we kind of got our asses handed to us. Our main fleet won. But like everyone, most people are probably aware of names like Salty, Pain, Wasp. Like these are the sweat bags you see in standard battles all the time, and nobody wants to see them on the enemy team. It's usually a relief when you see them on your team, but you don't get any of that in Rookie Cup, which is nice. So you can. Because I'd hate to be a new team and the first team you play is someone like Wassa. Like, it's not going to be a fun and engaging experience for anyone. But the introduction of Rookie Cup is not to say that some of the teams in Rookie Cup aren't good. Some of them are really good. But it's a much more of a mixed bag. It's not every single person's an absolute sweat box. And Lush, hello in chat. You will hear me notice you in about 4 minutes because of the stream delay. I'm not being ignorant, it's just what we have to do. So, Rookie Cup is based on Tier 7 matchmaking. It's a 6v6 tournament. You don't actually even need 6 players. Honestly, it helps. But there's rules where you can take a bot if you need to as well. It also makes it, because it's 6 players, it's a bit more flexible than like 9 versus 9, because sometimes getting 9 people together can be difficult. But it also has the added advantage of that. Now, game-wise, this match so far is going fairly slowly. Let's check to see what Mr. Popcorn's up to on the sea flank in his destroyer.
Quite a passive game, isn't it, so far?
In all fairness, most competition battles are. You very rarely see like the shenanigans that you see in standard battle. So like everyone complains about their teammates in standard battle. People aren't complaining about their teammates because there's no battleship sailing straight down the middle.
Yes, that would probably be me. I'm not gonna lie. I can be overly aggressive.
There's no cruiser going broadside and getting deleted in the first 35 seconds. You can see everything's like a bit more measured. So if we sort of pay attention a bit more to the mini map up here, you can see sort of. You've got Popcorn here in his DD. He's supported by a cruiser. That'll probably be a radar cruiser. I know we can't exactly see. And they're holding off a DD in a battleship over here. While his team are pressing B really, really hard. It's a bit of a shame we can't actually see that perspective. And base, on the other hand, have sort of concentrated their efforts a bit more on the A side. They've secured A, but they've got 4 ships essentially now defending it, which strategically I think is probably a bit of a bad move. And although all is very square and even points wise at the moment, I have an inkling, due to my experience playing in comps, that Yoink are gonna flip that scoreboard on its head quite quickly.
Yeah, Yoink do seem to be in the stronger position. The team seems to be more cohesive. I noticed base is quite heavy on the left-hand side by A.
Yeah, they're a bit too heavy, and obviously, like, Yoink can't tell, but base's DD completely leaving A. That's not good.
Yeah, I think that's a misplay on base's part there.
If Yoink pay attention, and their second DD, which I believe is Krusty, if he pops into A, then the points are going to start flipping rather drastically in Yoink's favour. And when like in standard battle, nobody pays attention to points. In fleet battles or clan battles, it 100% does. It is super important.
I think that DD read your mind because A is now getting flipped.
It's just not a problem at all. Popcorn, you can send me my $5 commission in the post for the top tip. But yeah, so they're taking A. They've got C. They're taking A, and they're about to capture B as well. And this match, although starting off relatively slow as they tend to, it's gonna flip really quickly.
Yeah, I think the big problem now for base is Yoink are going to put a huge amount of pressure on them, forcing base to play more aggressively, to either take the points back or to start clawing back some capture zones.
Yeah, exactly. So, as you can see here, base are actually now contesting C, but it's not overly going to matter. They've lost A and B. Like, yeah, great that they're taking back and contesting C. But they've traded 2 other caps for that. That's not good. And you can see the points it did start off slowly in base's favour. That's very quickly flipping to in the favour.
Yeah, I think base need to move quickly now, because the longer they leave it, the more unsalvageable the game's going to become. Because the point difference is going to grow and grow.
Like, I think Popcorn was. He was like 2 seconds too late with popping that radar. If he had popped it a little bit sooner, he could have reset that Schomburg and they wouldn't have lost the cap. But now they do actually have to take the capture point back. But he's done it without getting himself killed. And he's finished off the Borodino, so that's the first ship down for base, which happened 11 minutes into the match, and now they're contesting. But Yoink is under sonar from the Schomburg. I don't know if the Schomburg's going to shoot at him. The Schomburg should have fired then. I think he had a very good opportunity to get rid of Yoink, Popcorn, but he's decided to focus on the cruiser instead, which is a bit of a silly move, I think. See, there, he's got sonar on him again now. That Schomburg should 100% be shooting at Popcorn, because Popcorn can't fire back. Well, he can, but he's in smoke. He's not going to be detected, and the cruiser's not going to detect him either. He doesn't have radar available. Like, why wouldn't you take that opportunity to fire? I don't know. And Popcorn kind of knows that for some unknown reason he's not firing, and he's just reversing up to him. I don't know if he's trying to bait him. That Schomburg, I don't understand what that Schomburg's doing, honestly. Like, he could have...
Base just lost 2 other ships as well. Sorry, Hive.
Oh Christ, that was quick. But so did Yoink. Yoink's other... that would be Krusty
first casualty.
In the second one is the first casualty. But look at the points difference. 730 to 350. Like, base have to do something really big to flip this round, and that's how quick these competition matches change. As soon as somebody makes a mistake, they just get absolutely ruined really quickly. Let's see if is Toxic still alive. Toxic is still alive. Now I'm gonna give Toxic a bit of a tip here. So like, and other players as well. Like for people who don't know, Nebraska has the most retarded bow armor in the world. Whereas not only is it like the thickest armor you've got at the tier, but it's also like weirdly double skinned. If you look at it, if you go to armor viewer on that whole line from tier 6, you'll see like the bow plating armor is repeated on the Citadel armor as well, which doesn't usually happen. So shooting at a Nebraska with armor piercing, if it's nose in, is just pointless. Just don't do it. Switch to HE and just burn that sucker down, because they hate HE. HE's way more effective against them. Like Toxic might get a good shot here if he holds out long enough, but of course that Nebraska is going to be loaded as well. And someone lost a ship. I think we're only getting audio from the Yoink side at the moment. So, like, in all fairness to base, they have taken down 2 of Yoink's ships, and you know it looks like we're going to literally get down into the final minute of this battle. And Yoink, they've not competed for a little while, but they are still currently one of the top 10 fleets. So, like, Yoink are very good. They've got some really good players.
Yeah, it was a very, very solid showing by Yoink. So what other restrictions are on these tournaments then, Hive? Is there ship restrictions?
I'm glad you asked, because I have no idea. No, I do have an idea. Right, okay, so there are restrictions. So a maximum of 2 radar-capable ships in Rookie Cup, at least. No duplicate ships, so you can't take 2 blacks, or you can't take 2 Plymouths, because you want to, you know, absolutely annihilate everything. Teams that participate have to have been, if they participated in Winter Cup, they had to have been knocked out. And no CVs, which I know is sadness for your years.
I know,
but we just had a CV tournament, so.
Well, a very good win there for Yoink.
Yeah, that was a solid win from Yoink, and Yoink obviously happy with their team lineup. Nobody looks like they're going to change ships. So you can change ships in between matches. That's absolutely fine. There are some like some firm rules. So like once you ready up, that is it. You're readied up. You can't wait for the other team to ready up and then change your ship because you're like, oh, they've picked a Vladivostok, so I'm going to take Monarch because Monarch will burn that bitch down quicker than anything else in the world. You can't do that. That's not allowed.
Well, that does make sense.
So it's sort of all fair then. It's like you pick your ships going in, and what happens. We should be switching over to Estuary. This is best out of 3, so base really need to win this. These are knockout stages, so if you lose, you lose. That's it. You're out. You're gone. Someone, I think it's Tala, keeps on like accidentally coming through.
I was saying, what was that audio? Right, let's get.
So there are stand-ins as well for the Rookie Cup. So currently, Too Salty is number 1, the Yonkers number 2, HIQ with 3, no waifu, no laffy. I don't know. I'm assuming that's a weeb thing, but not safe for work is what they're called. Therefore, Hunt, the Headhunters, are up in 5th. Where are base? Because base have been doing pretty good. Let me see if I can find base. I think I might be legally blind. Base are in 14th currently, so they're doing pretty well.
And what did you say Yoink was?
Yoink is second.
So they're putting a good fight up against a really strong team. Let's see if base can get a win this match. See how this battle unfolds.
Estuary can be a bit of a tricky map because there's some it's not mirrored. There are like imbalances, whereas if you're on the south side, like edging into D, you can do so quite safely and quite early on. Whereas if you're coming from the north side, there's no direct island cover. You've got to be prepared to sneak around the island that's at like the north east of the D cap instead of just poking your nose in behind the bottom of the island and backing up if you need to. That's a really early capture by base. Base are already on A. And,
that's quite aggressive.
That is very aggressive. Let's have a flick over onto base's perspective. Not only that, they are really strong on A as well. They're really fast. They've got DD, cruiser, and battleship. I think the cruiser's in a nice position. I think the battleship really needs to push over a bit more to get crossfires. But like, this is like in the first 2 minutes, they are in really strong positions. But the DD has been pushed out already.
Yeah, it looks like the mains have scared the DD away for now.
Like to see
D is now getting flipped by Yoink.
Oh, if that's a radar Plymouth, that is really dangerous. Popcorn really needs to be careful here.
Yeah, losing a ship early on could be devastating.
Oh, really big hit coming from the battleship.
That was a huge hit.
He's doing a really good job at dodging. Minimizing the damage. That's a really nice, really aggressive spot there from base. Obviously, they can't see where all the ships are, but Mr. Popcorn's only backed up by one cruiser. That Plymouth could have potentially of put in a bit much more damage then.
Yeah, the potential was definitely there for base to make a really good play.
And also, so Popcorn's hit his radar. His cruiser has not capitalised on it in any way, shape or form at all, and that was an absolute waste. Popcorn couldn't fire, couldn't really do anything in that specific situation because he was going to get lit up, and if he got lit up, then that would have been it. That would have been the end of him. This is actually really smart play by base. Like, at the moment,
I would say base have played much better this round, Hive.
Yeah, 100%. And base have lost the DD, which obviously isn't good. But pushing that line in, that lion has been a bit straight linus Maximus, I hope he doesn't take too many torps, and he just got hit really hard.
He might have overcommitted you and played a bit too aggressive.
Torpedoes to start.
And he took 2 torps, and that's the second ship down. That's unfortunate, man, because
such a good start.
They played really well, but that what was it? Was that a Lion or a Monarch? I know it was British because I just looked at the ship and paid no attention to the name.
Pretty sure it was a Lion.
But yeah, he just went a bit too aggressive, and like. There we go. There's the second radar from the Plymouth. The Plymouth has 1 more of these to go. Like, yeah, you can see that they're not even dicking around. The Schomburg is firing at him as well. They're going to try. If they get rid of Popcorn, like, I don't know if it's enough to change the outcome of this battle. But
yeah, Yoink are really pushing a. The DD's gone wide. You've got the battleship supporting the cruiser. Cruiser's pushing right up into a.
Why on earth did the Plymouth decide not to shoot at the DD and focus on the anchorage just then? I don't know. They've let Popcorn get away with it, and he's actually out. He's survived, and now the anchorage is in smoke. And the Plymouth is spotted. That was a mistake.
I do agree with that. I totally agree.
Like if they had taken out Popcorn, and it was, you know, a DD and a Plymouth versus an anchorage, I wouldn't put any bets on the anchorage. But having that black still out there.
Looks like Base have just lost their cruiser as well, the Harlem. Or Harley, Dutch cruiser. I know their battleship is just the Plymouth and the Strongberg left.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. I think if that Lion hadn't have pushed in so recklessly, or if he had support from his DD, because Schomburg, if the Schomburg had supported him with sonar, he would never have taken those torps, and that might have completely changed this battle around. But also letting Popcorn get away with 1,000 hit points, it's just a tad bit silly.
The thing is, it's not like standard, you know, you can't let, you know, good players get away, even if they've got 1 hit point left. You know, they can still damage you, they can still spot you. There's so many things the Destroyer can do.
And DDs are just, like, people don't understand this, and you really see it in competition battles. DDs are not out there trying to get damage. They are literally spotting. And the advantage spotting has with your cruisers and your battleships being in good positions is just nothing competes with it. I actually remember I'd done a video years ago, like probably about 3 years ago. I think I picked the Yoshino, not the Yoshino. Oh, it was one of the Japanese DDs. And I did 30,000 damage and got 3k base XP just because I refused to shoot or fire torpedoes until the end. And I just kept their entire team lit up as much as humanly possible and captured bases just to prove the sort of point of how effective it is.
I think the problem is unlike World of Tanks, people can't see like they're assisted or spotting damage or get any form of ribbons for it, so I think that's what people struggle with.
Yeah,
people fixate on the damage.
I think you're right. I think that needs to be implemented almost as badly as they need to implement spectator mode.
Yes, I think an observer mode would be a fantastic addition. Well, I think Yoink are going to get away with a perfect game. No ships lost so far. Popcorn's low, but... But with these matches, Hive, is it the best of 3, is it?
It's the best of 3, so unless some kind of miracle happens, this is going to go into Yoink and basically being knocked out of the tournament. So that the 14th ranked team out of the Rookie Cup teams being taken out.
What an unfortunate match for Base. They played quite well at the start, but like you said, the battleship being hyper aggressive.
Like it's okay to be hyper aggressive with the right support, but with no support, it's just asking for the inevitable. And yeah, like as soon as he went down, I think that was the key point. As soon as he went down, that was it. The match was over. Right, okay, and there we go, 2-0. So that is Yoink moving on to the next round, and Base unfortunately out of the tournament. Right. And there we go. We're instantly back live. Now, LBF haven't issued me with the link.
Price.
Oh, so this is HIQ.
So this is HIQ versus LBF. We're a little bit late because the Yoink match I didn't slightly overrun. It's just these games are so tightly packed. We don't have time to talk about Yoink versus Base because we're already into the next tournament match. We're 3 minutes in. We are following Mr. Cat Dad in HIQ. And
I think they're versing LBF, said Hive?
yeah, I don't have LBF's perspective. If we do, we'll quickly flick back to the break screen so I can get that up as well. I'm used to it, Hive. Yeah, I'm the dude. I'm the friend that you text and message you back 3 days later. That's what it's like when I'm streaming. You'll get a response from me 3 days later in chat. But I have messaged the Fleet Network, so hopefully they have gotten to it. Bear with me 2 seconds. I think we're gonna have to. We'll just pick one side to mute, and so from LBF's perspective, we do. This is nice. We have a DD. We have the Schomburg. We have. We're gonna get some Schomburg on Schomburg action by here.
Looks like we got Lord Jim, is it? In the Schomburg?
Yes. He's been very cautious. He's on the edge of his smoke. But like, yeah, if you can take out the enemy, one of the enemy DDs, that's pretty huge. So if you look here, this is like a completely different type of match. Just look at the positions. We have LBF, super aggressive on air. They have a battleship and a DD inside the cap with a cruiser out slightly wide looking. And in all fairness, this seaside, this is really good. So they've got the cruiser tucked in here by B, and then the battleship dropped back behind C. That gives them a really nice like crossfire. So I think that's actually really smart by them, and they've capped A, and that's it. They've capped C as well.
Yeah, this is going to put a lot of pressure now on HIQ.
Oh, and Schomburg spotted. I think the only support the Schomburg's got is Belfast 43 is back behind the island for HIQ. I don't know if he's really got the angle to do anything effective fire-wise before the Schomburg goes undetected. But HIQ are flipping it back. Right. Let's flick over to... Oh, that's a good time. We flip back over as Cat Dad lines up a shot on the split. Oh, he takes out a gun and the split gets away. No, he doesn't. The HIQ split
brutality.
But HIQ did also just lose their DD as well. Is the Wichita gonna... So Wichita's got really bloody strong bow and stern. This Lafoudre really needs to switch to HE or hope that the Wichita's an idiot and sails broadside. Because Lafoudre just doesn't have the penning power to cause big damage to a Wichita, unfortunately, if he angles right. And even there, he angled like 1,000, and he's now got himself stuck between a Wichita and I'm not too sure what that battleship is, a Monarch. Like, that's a fiery death pit of hell right there. And his cruiser really needs to get in and support him. Otherwise, this flank is going to be a total
like summer's coming early for the Fludra.
Wait, I like that. It is. That was a nasty bloody salvo from that Wichita then. Like, the Wichita's unspotted. The Wichita can just farm him.
Yeah.
Like 2 fires. Like, I'm a bit concerned that the Monarch doesn't really seem to be doing a whole lot in return. Oh, there we go. We've got a salvo coming in. That was a miss.
I think the majority of the damage is doing the Wichita.
Yeah, the Wichita's farming the crap out of him.
And the best play for the food is just trying to withdraw.
HIQ were doing pretty good at the moment. Apologies, there's a delay. I see the time slots for the games are well organised. They are. They've literally got them jam-packed in. I'm hoping every battle is a 2-0 victory. Otherwise, I've not got time to cover them all. So thank you very much for Yoink clearing up that first one really quick. So although HIQ have the ship advantage at the moment, they are actually still behind in points, and that points lead is gonna keep on dropping if they don't start flipping caps.
Looks like the LBF team are going to take out this Foudra. Not much left for him to do. Now Wichita has been absolutely harassing him.
The Wichita's a menace. You really need another cruiser to deal with the Wichita, or a Lion, something with really big guns. Let's flip over to see what what Lord Jin is up to. See, this is, I think, a bit of a mistake by HIQ, because they've got their battleship and their cruiser so tight together, they're not really going to be able to get an effective crossfire. And the Belfast taken out. That is really big for LBF. LBF are gonna, yeah,
they're gonna suffer from that.
HIQ, I don't think are going to be able to recover from this position. They've got a cruiser over the other side against a Lion on a Monarch. He's on his own, and they've got obviously the battleship over this side against a Schomburg and another battleship. Oh, their Schomburg is still here. Their Schomburg's spotted. See,
I just think the LBF ships are just in better positions.
Yeah, it's literally just positioning. I don't think it's got anything to do with player skills. It's just they picked the right spots. Oh, LBF just lost a battleship. That was kind of big.
HIQ was still quite far behind in points.
This could all change around really, really quickly. Let's have a look. HIQ, we're over here with the mains. A mains against the Wichita and a Monarch. Like, this is...
Yeah, unless this guy's a torpedo ninja, I can't see this turning out well for the mains.
No, and fair play to the LBF guys. They've backed up. They're like, nah, we'll just stay behind here. It doesn't matter. They can lose the cap. It's absolutely fine. It's not going to change the outcome. Wichita's...
I think the Wichita's bait in the tops.
Is he bait in the tops? He is. He has stopped, and the Monarch looks like... So the Monarch, if he's doing what I think he's doing, which is kind of turning around and increasing that distance, then that is 100% the right thing to do.
LBF just lost the destroyer. This could be turning round, Hive. You might be right.
The problem is that this mains doesn't really have any support here at all.
I just think the main just needs to play for as much time as he can.
That Monarch did not push out. I would have, if that was me, I would have been heading where he's heading. Well, actually, I would have been going more towards the B side, but I would have been turning out so I do not eat 3 torpedoes from a mains. Oh,
that was extremely close.
A slight mistake by the mains there. If he had, because the Monarch had just fired, if he had kept him spotted, he's given him time to reload. If he had just kept him spotted and fired another salvo, that would have been it. He would have been done for. Right, quick, flip your torpedoes to the torpedoes. Oh my, like genuinely, this is like a hell of a comeback.
Oh, it blocked, the island blocked the torpedoes.
Right, he just needs to ram him. You've got a minute to kill him or ram him, and that's it. The battleship is going to head in towards B, so
is ramming allowed? Because I know a lot of people do frown on ramming.
Ramming's 100% allowed. If it makes sense to your team, and it gets you the win, like... Don't get me wrong, nobody likes to see a win from a ramback. But HIQ have taken the points lead. And that's it. This was actually a really, really exciting game, I'm not going to lie.
That was a fantastic game.
Oh, hang on. Ooh.
It's over.
if he had killed him, that might have flipped the game again. That was super close, and that was down to the last second. Like, Paul, tell your buddies thank you, because that was a damn exciting game.
That was really good. Well done to both teams. I wonder if anybody will change ships or if they'll take with the currently running back out.
I hope they don't change ships, because we're on a tight-ass time scale here.
Yeah, that is true, yeah.
Come on.
Time is
get back going.
not our friend.
I forget what HIQ's like full name is. Horus, and they're ranked third. So this is the third ranked team, pulling out a super tight last second win.
Right. These guys know how to entertain. That was a very good game.
That was a brilliant match. I genuinely thank you guys for making it interesting. Here we go. They are set up. No real changes in lineups. I'll be honest with you, like LPF put in a really good show, and whereas I've heard of Horus or HIQ, I've not heard of LBF. This is my first sort of, yes, Mr. Meat Plow. Mains does have Turtleback. Speak, Muffler, because I am desperately searching to find out who they are.
But no, so far it's been, these three matches I've seen, it's been fantastic. I didn't think the competitive scene was this good, to be honest. I didn't think it would be this entertaining to watch.
So there's 53 teams just in the Rookie Cup.
That's a lot more than I thought there was.
LBF, just to confirm, are Las Buccaneers Français. So they're French. And it's... sorry, I have to make a French joke. It is really nice to see them going forward.
No comment.
But no,
I'm going to be impartial.
That was some really aggressive gameplay by them. It almost, and I mean it so closely, almost paid off. And they're ranked 22nd in the Rookie Cup. So like, fair play to them.
That was quite an impressive game then.
That was, yeah, and they're up against third. So, all bets would be on Horus, but like after that first match, I wouldn't.
I'm not too sure.
I wouldn't be betting any money on the outcome of this game. I really wouldn't. That's unfortunate, getting your split spotted quite so early. That's a radar from the opposite number split. He's taking some pretty solid shots. We've seen some torpedoes coming in there from the Nebraska. Cat Dad doing the right thing, not panicking about it. It's only a little flood. You can heal it all back. Last thing you want to do is heal it. Use your repair party and then instantly get set back on fire again.
Oh yeah, because that could be a tactic that they're going to try and use, as well as get people to burn their DCs.
100%. You will be getting the teams like LBF should be saying La Foudre's damage cont, and it's a shame he's gone. And I would have, if I was that split, knowing that there's no radar, I'd be trying my damnedest to spot Cat Dad. So the Wichita's in range to set him on fire.
Speaking of spotted.
He is spotted. I'd be expecting to see HE shells coming from over here. Because he's down to 40 seconds, but there we go. 40 seconds of fire. Is that armor piercing?
That's on the Wichita. Looks like armor piercing.
Oh, no, it is HE. Boom, and there we go. Right, okay, so
it's also
only...
torpedo bombers heading in from the Nebraska.
It's only 30 seconds worth of fire. The 30 seconds worth of fire is 30 seconds worth of fire. And if he catches a torp, if he catches flood in here as well, he's really lucky. But he has caught 2 fires. That's 2 fires that are going to burn for another 10 seconds as well. 2 fires is pretty much going to force him to instantly damage con. There we go. No, that was fire with fire activating.
That third fire was perfect timing for Catad. Saves him a DC.
But he's lost pretty much half of his hit points.
Yes.
But they will be aware of that now, and they won't... If there's 2 fires on him, they're shooting AP. Or I would be. So let's check out, use the Schomburg. Ooh! Horace with a very aggressive Belfast. I guess he can be there.
Yeah, he's got quite a lot of cover from the islands as well, plus with a friendly battleship ahead of him.
This is not a tactic I think I have ever seen before, but I don't know if you're paying attention to the mini-map, but their battleship as well as that Belfast have pushed basically straight through the middle and are now contesting the sea flank. Ooh, I think we just heard Cat Dad taking some torps. He did, but no flood.
Looks like that HIQ battleship's pushing round to see if they can flank from D.
Paul in chat, holy balls, the mains do will damn near give me a heart attack. Yeah, you're not the only one.
That was a fantastic game.
Cat Dad, no Cat Dad. All right, okay, yeah. He's got a commander build. Did you see how fast that shell switched?
Might be using Dunkirk.
Is it Dunkirk that does the swell switching that fast? I know there's one, but that was
I think it's like 90%
instantaneous.
reduction. It's a huge reduction. Yeah, it's Dunkirk.
Cat Dad's got himself in a bit of an unfortunate position. But same again, LBF, like really early on, really aggressive, and they've taken 2 caps. And
First ship of the game lost.
yes, and instantly taken back. That's 2 DDs, that's a Schomburg and a split out. Both of them are so strong as well. Schomburg has that really good radar, really good sonar, and
look at the mini map,
split
Dave.
with the radar. Yeah,
D's fallen. Looks like they're pushing towards B now as well.
D's fallen.
LBF have been aggressive.
But I think they're in a bit of a predicament because those 2 ships are either not going to be able to do a lot, or they could get caught in a crossfire.
Yes. And we all know how allergic Nebraska's are to fires.
LBF doing exactly the same thing back. They've pushed round through D, and they're taking B now. I hate that YouTube sometimes does this. It like reduces the picture quality. I pay for YouTube Premium, god damn it.
He wants that premium time. That premium video quality. Isn't it 60 FPS you get?
Yeah. And they get 4K. You actually get 4K. and I don't get to watch bloody adverts.
I think that's the best part.
I don't put adverts in my streams. I'll only put them at the start and the end of videos because it would seem a bit rude not to. But that's LBF with 3 caps now. And Cat Dad, unfortunately, goes down.
Goes out in Nebraska. So LBF are leading in points and caps. Pretty huge
But now,
pressure on HIQ.
I don't know if you notice what's going on. Okay, this battleship back here at B is maybe a bit too far behind. But the Schomburg is going to be able to spot that Mains, who's been pretty much unspotted the entire match. But that Mains, once again, is up against a Wichita, and this time a Nebraska. But there is a Schomburg in here as well. I'm like, can he do that mega duel again and take 2 ships out? What is the split doing all the way back there? Schomburg, kill him, Schomburg.
Ooh, this is not going to be good.
Like 100%. Like he was spotted by sonar from the Mains anyway, so that's absolutely fine. Mains looks like he's going to eat a taupe. That was incredibly close. Very well dodged.
That was proper thread in the needle.
I don't know why the Schomburg is shooting still. Like, all right, he's shooting because he knows he's got his smoke. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, these guys are making me nervous. But yeah, I think this is gonna be round 2 to LBF. This is awesomely tight.
You might be right there, Hive. I don't think the Mains can really pull off another.
I don't
magical
know.
Win.
He's incredibly. Let's hope Cat Dad is following him. Right, come on. Torps to the left. Torps to the right. Torps.
He got him.
Got one. Did he get the other one? He didn't get his torps off the other side. If he had got the torps off the other side and got that battleship,
yeah,
maybe Horus would have had a chance. But like, notice like the variety. Like, we didn't see many ships going down at all in the first match with Yoink and Base. They were very, very, very conservative sort of the whole time.
Yes.
But LBF and Horus, like, these guys came to fight. They didn't want this going down to points, did they? Neither of them. They're like, we want to scrap, and they've given us a good scrap. Unfortunately, I think this is going to LBF. I say unfortunately. It means we're not going to get a chance to catch. What I will do, I will just stream. I'll just pick one perspective, either COTS or shit. I'm streaming so many people, COTS or WASA. I think I don't have a perspective sent to me from WASA anyway, so we'll just rewind COTS and just play it from the start like it's live. So we will be doing it late, but we will be doing. It'll be a live reaction from us. So it's as I think it's as good as any option.
That was a very good match, though.
That was a really good match by LBF.
Yeah, they played really well.
They played really aggressive, and it really worked out for them. That was genuinely fucking awesome to see. Well done.
The best is they capitalize on it. Oh, the next map is Scandinavia.
Yeah, we're actually getting a round 3. We're actually going to see Scandinavia.
No ship changes.
No.
I'm quite excited for this next match now.
In work last week, I'm just distracting whilst we're waiting for the third round to start. They were doing like this mental health week, which I thought was really, really good. And like on Friday, they were talking about like embracing your mistakes. And I was really, really excited about this concept, right? So I came home and I tried explaining it to the wife. And then she turned round and hugged me. Do I have to explain that one? Embracing your mistakes.
That was a bit of a wake-up call. What does this mean?
Bad dad joke inbound. She was calling me a mistake. What a bitch. Honestly, like if I could ever convince Mrs. Hive to come on stream, this lady is brutal. If you think I'm bad.
I don't think I'd want anyone more brutal than you. I think you're bad enough.
She's evil.
I'm a sensitive soul.
She says nothing. She's like silent in the background. And then the only time she says anything is when it's really, really hurtful. Right, okay.
Silver-tongued goddess.
How are the teams going to treat this? So obviously, HRQ, like you can see, this is a weird split. You've got the teams basically evenly split between D and B.
Mm-hmm. I do think both teams might take this game a little bit easier, considering that could go either way.
So you see LBF are obviously pushing their cruisers out to the flank. Like Horus, like honestly, like having your cruiser and your battleship in the same sort of horizontal line is bad for crossfires.
Yeah, they're going to want to start setting up strategically and, you know, like you said, putting crossfires in place, or at least being able to flush the enemy out of cover.
But Horus are doing something I really like. If you look at this battleship here in B,
yeah.
He's not doing what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to stay here and provide crossfires across over onto the D side. Like, that would have been a devastating position. But he's turning and pushing for A. I would have, personally, sent a cruiser and a DD over there to A. And I would have kept this battleship here to provide crossfire support. Cat Dad, you're holding your shot for too long there. If that monarch turns in, it's not going to be as effective. 11,000 damage is no joke. And he got that off for free by the looks of it.
Wichita and the mains on the same side again.
Tell you what, that Wichita's been a massive pain in the arse, but this guy in the mains he's been my fucking hero this match. He really has.
The best thing is he's consistent as well.
Yeah, like if I was gonna pick like a man of the match, we don't do man of the matches for individual games, but like fuck me, whatever your name is in that means, you sir have played really well.
You sir have tickled Hive's pickle.
You have. And I really like the fact that Cat Dad instantly recognised firing AP is pointless, and he switched straight to HE to focus on that Nebraska.
Yeah, I think the Dunker command is really paying off for Cat Dad. It's giving him so much flexibility. So we've got a split now to the right of Cat Dad.
I'd be wondering if there's torps coming into this channel from where he was from. He had plenty of opportunity to shoot them from here. Cat Dad, I don't know if pushing out there is the right thing to do. Like, I get it. Everyone wants to get rid of a DD. He has used his reload booster, which is smart. But he's got unspotted. So that was a wasted reload booster. Right, he needs to do something. He needs to move. He can't just sit there. Because that DD...
the best thing to do is just slam it into reverse, try and get into some cover.
Yeah.
Nebraska's just sent up torpedo bombers now.
We know the Wichita is over here somewhere. I'm surprised the Wichita's not lighting him up yet.
It looks like the Wichita's pushed into
There's the torpedoes.
That's from the Nebraska.
Were they from Nebraska?
Yeah, they were from Nebraska's torpedo planes.
Oh.
Wichita's on his left, pushed up into the cap. I don't think he should have loaded AP there. I think he should have kept with the HE.
He should have kept with the HE.
Yeah, he just ricocheted all six of them.
That nose of the Wichita is just unfair. It's a dangerous position. Where's the mains?
The main's on the opposite side now. He's just come around the island. That's a big loss. They lost the destroyer and the Lafudra
in quick succession, and
HIQ are going to be hurting now.
They've got some low ships as well.
It'll be a good consolation prize if they can take out this Wichita.
Reg Slacks. I'm going to call him Reg. Reg. Good old Reg. Good old Reg is fucking up that Wichita. This is what I mean when I say you need a cruiser to take on the Wichita. Like, he's just doing so much damage. Oh, where are those torpedoes from?
From Nebraska's using his torps really well.
Yeah. That Nebraska focused Cat Dad quite hard early on in the last battle as well. Like, he utilised that well. This is going all LBF's way.
I will say what LBF have been doing. They've been using the Nebraska and the Dutch Tier 7 cruiser, so they've been using, offhand support.
And that's so reliant on your DDs, and they've kept their DDs alive. Those Dutch cruisers and their bloody bombers, man. They drive me nuts. They're really hard to deal with.
Yeah, incredibly devastating.
That Belfast is super low. Please tell me that battleship, which I think is the Monarch. The Monarch and the Dutch cruiser are both there. That Belfast. Why was that Belfast not dead? I feel offended by the fact that Belfast survived.
The thing is, it's still a lot closer than I thought it'd be, considering.
Lord Jim, slam on the brakes, Lord Jim. Do not pop around there, because that Belfast is going to be waiting for you.
It'd be worthwhile, Lord Jim using the sonar.
Oh, does this lion have damage, Con? Is Horus going to lose their lion as well? I think they are, because he would have used it by now.
Another big hit. They've equalised on caps as well.
But with just two ships left.
HIQ have got to pull something out of the bag, you know, not any chance. They just lost their Belfast down to 1.
And that Nebraska player, like straight away, as soon as that split smoked, those planes were on their way.
Yeah, that Nebraska's been such a boon for their team.
Oh, how was it? Was that a blind fire?
Could have been.
I think that was. That was fucking epic. It would have had to have been. It must have been. Yeah, it definitely was, because we've seen a salvo coming in from the other side that was miles off. And the only way, like, that would have happened, like, he obviously wasn't spotted, he wasn't targeted when those salvos were fired. Otherwise it would have been, you know, you would have expected it to have been much closer. Maybe I need to change my man of the match from like Reg was Reg. Maybe we give man of the match to Reg for Horace. But man, that Nebraska player, goddamn, like he put in a lot of work. That's the thing, sometimes you don't realise until it's too late, until someone notices for you. Right, bear with a second, chat. I'm gonna give us a pause screen whilst we flip to COTS. So like, GG to LBF. That was a damn good game. Both teams, Horus as well. Like that was really well played. But like LBF, like, god damn, they came out swinging. Right, I'm gonna hit the pause screen. And we were going to switch to COTS, and I will back it up, so we will watch it like live, but delayed again. Right, bear with me. Right, I'm going to hit the live screen regardless. So this is WOWSL. Unfortunately, we can't rewind WOWSL versus COTS to the first match like I wanted to, because I'm getting the stream on Twitch. So you can't rewind Twitch. Let me... But we do have both perspectives, so bear with me 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Player.
We're back. We get the mains perspective. Right, unfortunately, I have no idea what the score is currently. None at all. So this match is obviously fatal for one. But who? The tension is building. I guess we will figure out the score as this match ends. I have no idea what to call this guy.
Ships, though.
I'm gonna have to. Right, I'm gonna mute the Anhals. And Spankish is... Ooh, Spankish is taking torps. Those look like, and by the damage, that is going to be from a Nebraska.
It's nice to see some different ships. And we got a handheld and a P-bag.
P-bag is such a good cruiser. It really suffers against aircraft, like, because it's not all that mobile. You want to get it like dug in, but because there's no carrier, it's a really nice pick for Rookie Cup.
It's like COTS have lost a cruiser.
They have. Why is that annoying pause button just sitting in the middle of the screen, Twitch?
Is it because you're moving your cursor, or maybe?
Maybe. Oh, right, okay, there we go. We fixed it. And it looks like Spankish is going to go down. That is like some really nice, strong focus fire by COTS. Oh,
I think that is a good tactic, though, focusing down targets together.
He's holding on by a thread.
Oh, there's a D7 in here as well.
Imagine a D7 and Harlem being on the same side.
D7, Harlem, Nebraska as well. Loads of air support.
So what we can see from COTS, obviously they've suffered some losses over on the A side, but they've got 2 caps. They're taking a third. They're really, really maximising the use. Like this means his guns has been firing more than they haven't. They've been really good at keeping the pressure on.
It looks like Wasp pushed down one side with the entire team as well.
They've only lost 1 ship. So that's the annoying thing. We can't rewind because they're both on Twitch. God damn it. But well, yeah, it's 6 of their ships are off on the one flank, which, you know, yeah, it may have worked out for them a little bit in the fact that they've only lost 1 ship and they've taken out 2. Both of their DDs, look at where both their DDs on the map. Like this could be bad for COTS's Lion. Don't get me wrong. But having all your spotting in one place.
Yeah, all their eggs are in one basket, I think. Because if you look at the map, you know, I think COTS have much better control of the map. They've got 3 cap points. You know, I agree with you, Hive. I just don't think those 2 DDs being together is going to be a positive for the match.
No, because they haven't. They haven't singled out and done anything serious to that battleship. Their split is super low.
I think the split is just relegated to spotting and torps.
Spankish is making me seasick. But 80,000 damage already. Like, I know we go, oh, standard battle, which means you get like 40,000 damage. No, competitions is much, much harder. There's no pleb sailing broadside. Doing what is looking like edging on 90k in a mains is a really, really good showing.
It's fairly impressive.
They have 100% utilised every ounce of this mains. And there we go. He takes out the Nebraska.
The COTS still are down a ship, but they do have 3 caps.
It is 3 against 4.
I just think those DDs are going to cost Wasp the game.
Yeah, so COTS's battleship, that Nebraska is fine. He's absolutely safe where he is, because we know there is no DDs around. You can see one of their DDs has just smoked up. off the bow of the Kansas. I don't know, off the side of the Kansas. Bow, fucking, that's the front of the ship hand. Stop trying to sound like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's my
what's
job.
the score on the first map? Honestly, no idea, Vasaki. Not a clue, because Horus and LBF, it went 2-1. Horus taking the first match, LBF taking games 2 and 3 spectacularly. Honestly, like, back up an hour. Well, not quite an hour. Back up 45 minutes and what? Like, genuinely, really, really good games.
There we are. Hive did down another ship. It's lost in Nebraska in the centre. Ooh, there's a split. Split's been spotted, and so is the other DD.
So this may have actually have paid off. I don't know. This I was about to say this may have paid off for Wasp pushing all their ships down one side, but that's a Schonberg against a Mines, and
such a massive points difference as well.
Like the Mines can't go broadside to that Schonberg. That Schonberg is going to splat him because the AP on that thing is really strong. But yeah, a sensible thing. Just keep your bow in and just. It's going to take you a little bit longer, but just finish him off. There we go. This should be the last salvo. Wow, Schonberg is
that
blessed.
thing's ready, thank you.
There we go. So we've got a low health Wichita and a D7 left. Now,
DS7's putting some punishment on him.
in a gunfight, I'd put my money on the Wichita every single day, but he doesn't need to. All he needs to do is fuck off. Literally, all he needs to do is turn out, get the hell away from them, and he's won the match. The DD needs to do the same. The DD needs to be quite careful. It would appear that the Wichita and the D7 are going after the DD.
What do you guys got? We can do it. Do it.
We randomly got some COTS comms then, I believe. Well, I'm guessing Wichita used his radar because there's no way in hell that D7 would risk a blind drop like that.
Is it going to be really close?
We got 3 here, so.
No, this is COTS. Look at the score. 937. Like, if he can take that shot, that's like, if you can kill our Wichita, great.
I think it's going to point out, isn't it? It's not going to.
Yeah, they've absolutely rinsed them on points. That 3 capture points. Do you know what I mean? If Wasp P didn't allow them to take those 3 capture points and focus all of their eggs down that one side of the map, then this might have been different. This might have been a fight, but there we go.
Now, is this a 2-0 or a 1-1?
Well, we're about to find out. If they end it, it's 2-0 to COTS. If they don't, it's 1-1.
I think you're going to shove me into about 3 torpedoes. Oh my goodness.
I think we got Rooster in your hive.
I missed them all.
I am so confused. Where's that voice coming from?
He's in the Discord chat with us.
Oh, he is. What are you doing in here?
I'm pushing.
Hey, Rooster.
What the fuck are you doing in here?
Oh, hell.
Why? Someone's gonna... I think by the fact that Wasp have all left, that that was 2-1 to Cots. Is the stream still going? The stream is still going. So there.
Is this still going from the Wasp side?
I forgot we had a Wasp's perspective.
They could be changing ships.
Network error. Offline. Spankish Monkey is offline.
Looks like it was 2-0 then.
Can we... Can we go back and watch the first match?
Yeah, your genius knows no bounds.
Right. Yeah, right. So here we go. This is round 1 of Cots versus Wasapi. We have no idea how this battle is going to turn out.
Boost activated. Now we're talking.
We're just here for a good time. That's what we're here for.
Okay, so this is something that I find like a little bit curious. So Spankish here is in the Schomburg, right? In the other match, we've seen him play in the Anhalt. Now, don't get me wrong, there are 100%, there are players out there that are brilliant in every class. But, especially when you're playing in a tournament, you kind of want your players to really focus on 1, maybe 2 ships. So I do find that a bit of an odd choice, swapping a DD player for a battleship player. Maybe they were missing a team member and Spankish was like, it's alright, I can cover it.
Yeah, I think that would make the most sense. You know, I can understand what you're saying with the DD, like switching from a DD to a... Well, what have we done, Hive? Have you broken it?
No, I was just seeing what Cots was doing. If the stream ended, we could have tried to match them up. And
all right.
I got the
that's a good
replay.
idea. That was a good idea.
Yep.
Never mind.
Oh,
But yeah, no,
see,
changing from such a different
Problem
class.
solved. You're welcome.
that
Just
is
getting hounded.
that is really
Engine shot to pieces.
that
We're
is
barely
really
moving.
rough. That is
Main turret's critical.
That's a lot of attention you don't want.
that is half of his hit points very early on, and that's not what you want, especially from like a sonar DD.
Yeah. 2.5 minutes in.
2.5 minutes in, that's a tough pill to swallow.
Engine boosts off.
Let me have a look. Let me
We
see
needed that.
if we have any. We do have some results in. So Yoink versus Base, we knew that. We were there. We watched it. That was 2-0 to Yoink.
Yeah.
DB220 versus Olio. 2-0 to Olio. And we also had Anchor facing off against the
Problem
Meme Fleet.
solved. You're welcome.
From our good buddy World of Warships Legends Memes. That is his fleet. Anchor took that 2-1. So
It's nice that there's been some deciders then, you know. They haven't all been, you know...
well, no, LBF and
Perfect
Boris,
excuse.
like that was. I'm fucking so glad we got to watch that.
Yeah, that was
Really
some
well.
of my favourite matches so far.
Hold now.
Spankish again torn up pretty hard again.
Yeah, like that was right, because we can back it up a little bit. So, like he knows
Problem solved.
he's low
welcome.
on health. I guess he's trying to utilize his sonar as much as he can. Position wise, you think, all right, okay. I think he's safe from the cruiser. He's safe from the battleship. He was not spotted by that split. So why
Yeah, I think
God's
shooting was a
green
mistake.
earth did he open it? He should have let his team shoot at him, because yeah, that's just a really bad play. And then yeah, the cruiser gets shots at him. The split's got him as well. Like, yeah, like
Thing is,
he hurt the split a bit, but not enough.
It would have been different if he'd killed the split as well, but the fact that he just got knocked out for nothing.
Yeah, that was.
There we are. Wasp lost both their DDs now. So
Yeah, 2 DDs
got
down.
to know.
What I know, we know
to try
what the
revenge.
outcome is, but 2 DDs lost in the first 5 minutes. I don't know a team that could claw that back from being 2 DDs down, just because of how powerful the spotting is. Like,
Yeah, people really underestimate the spotting, especially like people who just play standard. Spotting's extremely important. And when you come to competitive matches like this, a good DD player who spots for you is going to make, a huge difference for your team.
yeah, COTS can literally just have their DDs, spot everything. Everyone can take their time, sit behind islands. They've got a 200-point lead, and just annihilate. Or they can take the caps pretty much uncontested. Wasp have both their cruisers in B, so they're gonna lose C. They've lost A. Yeah, they might hold on to B, but they're always going to be at a disadvantage in the points.
Yeah, they're going to be at the mercy now of COTS' destroyers.
Windless.
COTS
Welcome.
are now going to dictate the battle.
All forces, concentrate fire on the target.
It looks like Wasp has got a couple of radar ships, but
Well, they're using.
Is that gonna be enough?
That's got to be the Borodino, right? That has
Yes.
to be the Borodino there, because it's not a Missouri by the shape of it. So he's just burnt off his radar. So as soon as that radar's down, the COTS DD can reverse back into the cap. He's fine. He's not got any problems. The Mains pushing on Nebraska. That was a nice hit from the D7 though. I'm assuming it's the D7. D7 again on the Nebraska.
yeah, D7's put a lot of work in against that Nebraska.
That's the thing.
Looks like the Borodino went
Nebraska's-
down as well.
Nebraska's really not good at dealing with air or fire. But they're in such a commanding lead. So WOWSL have just lost their Nebraska on the sea flank. So there's 3 ships from the sea flank that are going to soon start encroaching on B. And
Oh, there is.
like you can tell the difference in the games. So they lost their 2 DDs early, and like this is just brutally going one way.
Yeah,
that Nebraska there, or that battleship, I think, is it the Nebraska? They lost the Borodino, sorry.
Yeah,
That
the Borodino was
Nebraska's
lost.
there. He's getting hit, and there is absolutely fuck all he can do in return.
But this is the power of spotting, though, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the part. Yeah, and there we go. Like he just took another nasty salvo.
Yeah, so he's getting outspotted. He's in a crossfire. There's nothing he can really do, like I've said.
This is almost cruel to watch. So much so the split was just like, yeah, I've got no health left, but I'm just going to open up my guns and yoink a kill because, why not?
Yeah, you can see what COTS have done. So both destroyers are behind them, spotting. You got the Nebraska dropping torps. It's just shooting fish in a barrel now.
Yeah, and the destroyers are just sitting there. Oh, Cots might lose it. No, they won't. He's going to smoke up. The other DZ's got him spotted anyway.
Well, they did lose one, split one down.
The
It's not going to
split
make much
did
of a
die.
difference.
Yeah. But the split died in a position that was just like, yeah, just I'm just going to shoot him to get it over with faster.
Yeah, that was
Jesus
quite a
Christ.
commanding victory.
9 minutes. That was brutal. I'm glad they done a bit better in the second round. I really am. But yeah, that was a little bit rough to watch. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, let's actually look at what happened here, because we missed the start of this, and you can right. Hang on, let's go back a touch.
Serpent's dance begins.
Yeah, right. So they sport right. So this is the advantageous side.
Action stations. The serpent's dance.
The south
begins.
spawn is an advantageous position for D. But like they just
They just overload A, and I just don't think, you know, being hyper aggressive in one direction, putting all your eggs in one basket is the play.
like if you're gonna do it, you need to push so hard and so fast. Because I'm not gonna lie, in a training match, one of the teams that we play against quite a lot. They're really good, massive respect for them. I'm not going to call them out because I don't want people to know that they use it. But they done this tactic on us once to test it out, and they overloaded a flank. They pushed super hard. Like 3 minutes into the battle, we'd lost a flank, and that was it. They just sailed across and just absolutely annihilated us. It was honestly kind of beautiful to watch. But you see, like there's like confusion going on here. Like both their DDs are going out wide. What's that? 2 battleships and a cruiser are coming on the inside, and then another like
A very strange play.
I want to
very
watch
strange.
it to see how it plays out, because like I want to see if I'm like, oh right, okay, I can see what they were going for here as a tactic, you know. But like, this just seems so odd. So yeah, Anhalt gets spotted. Okay, right, he does have the bag wrap broadside here, which if he wasn't in an Anhalt, maybe that would have been really good. But he hits him with a single shell, and there we go. Nebraska's coming in with
The
torps.
serpent's jaws snap shut from the left. We're hulled below the waterline.
You can see now that D's getting flipped. You know, they've secured A.
Yeah, he's
So-
getting spotted from D, and here we go. Here's
Problem solved.
Kana, or whatever his name is, the Cots mains player who we were watching. He just got his first salve win, but he's just going to get into a position soon, and it's just going to be salvo, 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 salvo.
Thing is, they've pushed one side, but they haven't been aggressive. They've just pushed up and then just taken up positions
No, 'cause
rather than using the numbers.
the battleship's tucked in, right? So if they had pressed really hard, that bag rat would already be dead. The DD would either be dead or, you know, run in for the hills. But where that's 3 minutes, and they're now contesting that
The
flank.
flames of the abyss lick at our
Like,
decks.
yeah, that, like, we like to analyse these games, but like tactically wise, like this was fucking horrible, and like,
Yeah, I think it's quite a big mistake. What
Yeah.
they've done here.
because like I recognise a lot of the players in WASP
sir. The mysteries of the
And it's
deep
not like
lead
these guys
to
don't know
our
how to
wisdom.
play. They are individually all very
Torpedo
good
tubes
players,
destroyed. Our serpent's fangs are shattered.
but this was just such a wasted opportunity. So at 4 minutes have passed, the Anhalt is getting ruined. They're desperately trying to, and finally it took them 4 minutes to kill that Agra.
It's a watery grave.
Like, that should never have taken that long. And to have lost half of one of your battleship, well, 2/3 of one of your battleship's hit points.
Thing is, even though Wasp have sunk a ship, the point difference is minute.
Yeah,
And now if you look down the bottom right
now
of the sea,
they've-
you
now
can see the
they've
destroyer
equals-
coming round.
yeah. Now they've equaled the caps. Literally now, like.
Yeah, they're just in such a bad position. You're just in a crossfire, being outspotted.
Problem solved, sir. The mysteries of
And the thing is, I'm sure I've seen some of these guys in standard, and they're not, like you said, they're
No,
not
no,
bad
like, say,
players.
like individually they're really good players, but like tactically, that was just really, really bad.
Do you think the first match might have shook them, and they didn't really have a plan going into the second round?
Right, so if I was in WASA P2 right now, I would be, obviously they're going to be upset. They're not going to be happy. Nobody's happy taking a loss. Like, you can have all the goodwill in the world, and you can 100% respect getting your asses kicked by a good team, but like, it's never easy. You never take a loss and go, oh yeah, that was awesome. Let's do that again. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah.
obviously the first match they screwed up. They did not support their DDs. Like, we seen Spankish. He was too aggressive when he spotted that split. Like, he was undetected. He could have let his team do his jobs. He could have, the split probably would have run, because we knew he'd already used his radar. He probably would have run. He probably would have left the cap. They could have taken that cap, kept a DD, or, at least contested that cap for long enough. But no, he was too aggressive. He got himself killed. And then the other DD went down pretty much straight away. So they're not supporting their DDs well enough. That's clear. So this match, they've obviously gone like, well, let's keep our DDs together. And they keep their DDs together, and their DDs are still alive halfway through the match, which is a bonus. But to lose 3 caps and then just to be, encapsulated by the COTS team, because they've spread themselves nicely across the map. They've got a DD south, they've got a DD north, and then they've got all their firepower, reasonably spread out across the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So whatever's spotted is going to get shot at, and it's going to die.
I just think the way the pots have played is kind of like a net, and they've just captured them right in the centre of it.
They've just wrapped themselves around them, and and so if you look, like, specifically, like right now, if anything those DDs can spot, the only thing that can happen is the D7 can bomb drop them. The Nebraska can maybe do something, but he's so low in health, he's going to be irrelevant in about 4 seconds. There we go. So there's just nothing. I feel kind of bad, because I feel like I'm tearing into WASA at the minute, but like,
We are impartial, though.
I'm
we've gotta
being
be
impartial, but like, I honestly expected better.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely feel like there should have been, like, in all fairness, like they do sort of pull it back a bit. They do capitalise a little bit on the 2 DDs pushing the mains. They shouldn't have done that. The 2 DDs going after the mains here, this close to each other, was a big mistake. One of them, fair enough, one of them maybe, whichever one had smoke ready, should have gone in close and contested the cap and spotted him the other DD. If they'd stayed out and maybe smoked and, you know, spammed the crap out of him.
They're doing excellent damage, but they're so behind in the caps, the damage they're doing is irrelevant.
They pulled it back points, whereas as soon as these 2 DDs die, which they're 6 kilometres away from the mains is going to close in, use his sonar, which is exactly what he does, and there is literally nothing those DDs could have done about it. If the 2 cruisers hadn't have sat where they sat, if the 2 cruisers had pushed and supported the DDs, they could have won. But I think there was a couple of really big mistakes there.
Yeah, being very passive. WOWSL were being very passive.
Oh, Reg is in chat. I'm assuming, I know there's a bit of a delay, but are you the mains player? Because honestly, man, you were amazing. I give you man of the match for that spectacular gameplay.
Yeah.
Particularly
it was a really good play.
Particularly that battleship and that Wichita, the way you handled that was a lesson in how to play the mains. Yeah, see, because look, I can't tell which one is which right off the top of my head. Oh, there's the Wichita, there's the D7. All right, so the Wichita is low. Fair enough, not wanting to confront a mains, but if you confront a mains with 2 DDs, the mains, if he's smart, should focus the 2 DDs, and the Wichita really could have done a lot of damage, and they could have won the game. So there's like a series of mistakes there. I think going after the DD was probably the worst move out of the 2. I suppose, no. Going after the DD was the right thing, because you kill the DD because the DD can get away and the DD can hide. And mains, it's a bit harder to do. So actually, giving them credit where it's due, going after the DD was 100% the right thing to do here.
Yeah.
But they should have supported their DDs sooner. And again, it was the fatal flaw in the first match, and it's exactly the same in the second match. It's not supporting their DDs. So whether it's their DDs being too aggressive independently, or their cruiser players being too passive, it was not that was their downfall. And but they are a very new team, and this is all learning. And COTS are ranked quite high, and honestly, COTS are like one of my teams that if I was to go like who's gonna win like Rookie Cup, honestly the ones I'd be hedging money on are gonna be Too Salty, because that is my team. Yoink are really good. I would have put Anchor are really good. COTS, they're definitely up there. So, you know, they went up against a really tough fleet. I think COTS are ranked 9th. So, like, fair play to COTS. Like, GG's. Well done, by the way, for the win. Sorry, it's me just rinsing WOWSL. But COTS played that very well as well, I think. They definitely... They capitalised on every single mistake that was made. And like I said, when we seen the mains sort of turn, and when I said, like, yeah, all he needs to do here is turn and run, and he's won. And that's exactly what he did. And GG's to them. Oh, right, okay. Well, that's the match is done, ladies and gentlemen. So that's 2-0 to COTS. So COTS are going through. Unfortunately for WOWSL, that is the end. for them as well. Bit of an upset when Horus, who were ranked third in the tournament, got taken out by LFB in an amazing display by both teams. Like, honestly, they were the most fun matches to watch.
Yeah,
God
they were
damn
fantastic
it.
matches.
Like, if I'm not gonna lie, I wish that was the last game, because that would have been leaving on a fucking high. That was an excellent battle between Horus and Les. Fuck. I can't. Les Buccaneers Francais. That's the one. My French is terrible. I'm uncultured. I'm sorry. You guys were fucking awesome. Well done. And then Wasp getting taken out by Cots in a very decisive battle to end it. So, any questions?
I've got one. Will there be more?
Yes, there will be more. Right, okay. So
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
there will be more, and I might bring you back as well. Yes, that was Reg.
Ooh.
That was Reg. That was Reg in the mains. Thank you, sir. That was freaking awesome. That was like a highlight, a genuine, legit highlight.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So let's have a look. So where. So this was the top 16 teams. So by the way, just like we've seen a couple of losses today, but just everyone who got here made it into the top 16. Out of 54 teams, they were the top 16. So like, GG's, well done. So we're gonna get Yoink are gonna face Ilo next. We're gonna have. Why is someone phoning me with a private number? Bear with me.
And I promise it's not me ringing him. But I will say that was my first time watching any of these fleet tournaments, and I will say I'm glad Hive invited me on. It was really interesting. Some of the matches were really good. And I will say the players were played really well. You know, everyone makes mistakes. There were mistakes made in matches. But there's a lot of pressure on as well. And I think, to be fair, GG's to everyone. Everyone played really well. And hopefully Mr. Hive won't be too long on his phone call. Might have to sign my fleet up for this. Like my fleet are that good, so that'll be an interesting thing. Right. Right then. So I think we're going to end the stream here, guys. What we're going to do is Hive's currently got an important phone call, and we're going to end the stream here. So I do want to thank everyone for popping in. I want to thank Hive for letting me join him as well. Hopefully I'll be back next time. And don't forget to like the stream, give Hive a follow, give him some love, a sub. And yeah, I think that's all she wrote. So thanks for watching, guys.